Hello, I'm Isabel Del Rio, and I hope you are well and safe. I'm here because I've just published Dolorem Ipsum, a new poetry collection. I started the book back in January, and it was to be about the plight of women. But as the pandemic began to spread beyond any expectation, I started writing poems about what had become of us and how we could perhaps survive both physically and mentally, or not. On the cover of the book is a statue of synagogue, a representation of Judaism. The statue stands in Strasbourg Cathedral, which I visited in the era before lockdown, that is, in my previous life. We're now living a very different era, and we may never again visit the places we once loved. We have probably become very different people, leading very different lives. So, here are a few poems from the book. Dolorem Ipsum, published by Friends of Alice Publishing and available on Amazon. As experiences go, neither you nor I in this, the privileged West, ever experienced the Black Death, famine, war, and civil war, foreign occupation, death camps, deprivation, denial, or torture, here in the lands of the privileged West. Still, you would not have to travel back in time to live through such episodes, for they are happening today, right now, though not here in the privileged West. And therefore, we are now confronted with an individual who, like most of us, living in the privileged West, is impervious to others' needs whilst holding its own, and will methodically replicate at our expense and with no need for our assistance, even here in the midst of the privileged West, taking from us basically everything we are and stand for, all those rituals and faiths that some insist on defending to the death in the privileged West. It has an advantage over us, naturally. It is somewhere between the living and the non-living alongside us in the privileged West. And how can we, mere mortals, but with considerable perks in the privileged West, ever manage that sort of thing? Conflict. I do not expect to win this war, but shall feel blessed with lesser victories. Tea time, the greenest grass, growing old very slowly. Your name. So, what name would you have chosen for yourself instead of the one you were assigned at birth? What height and weight? What parents, siblings? What favorite books, films, music? What latitude of place? How many sunshine hours per year? Gender, preferences and orientation, deviances? Shape of nose, length of hair, softness of skin, clothing, shoes, language, attitude, temperament, viewpoints. Speak up, for I cannot hear you. Conjugations. I may not be saved. You may not be saved. She or he may not be saved. We may not be saved. You, in the plural, may not be saved. They, in the singular, may not be saved. The truth is nothing but. Would you recognize the truth after all these years? If you saw it close up, would you know what to do with it? Would it be ultimately on your side? Will you rise to the occasion? Truth may be stranger than fiction, but none of your stories can be said to be false. Sufi. It has now been brought to our attention that before saying a single thing, you must no longer ask whether it is kind or necessary or true, but whether there is any point at all in saying it. Thank you.